I know you could be thinking there's no way she has another package in, but I do, and I need to expound upon why it's so important, why it's meaningful. It's from a privately owned sneaker boutique, and right now, they are under attack, but black people as well have been under attack for centuries now. A very, very long time. There's a lot to go over, a lot I would like to expound upon. Hopefully I can do that while still, showing you the very first real hypebeast pickup that I think I've ever gotten. But to keep it all in context, there's a lot going on, but I think there are also a lot of ways in which we could do things, could affect change. Hey, to everyone on my channel, all of my subscribers, I appreciate you. Thank you for tuning in. I know the PSA was a little bit further along in the video last time. It's gonna be straight up front here so that we can get down to the discussion, and then we'll move on to the actual unboxing of the item that I got. Yes, it is Supreme from Best Laces Out, but there's a lot going on right now. It's okay to acknowledge a lot of things. Please understand that all of anything is not one thing, if that makes sense to you. There are thousands of peaceful protests going on right now, just as we all have a right through the First Amendment to assemble and be peaceful and have our voices heard. That's our right in this country. Thousands are doing that. Probably millions are doing that. People are, however, losing sight of why protesting is happening. And why are they losing sight of that? Because of those who are choosing to act in other ways that are not peaceful. I don't want that taking away from the voice being heard, trying to have change occur. We've been yelling and screaming for centuries. And I think you have to remember, after a while, if you keep yelling, you keep screaming, you reach a breaking point of not being heard. It's human nature to lash out after you've been hit for so long, after you've had a knee on your neck for so long, or on your back, or in a number of different ways that systematic oppression and racism takes its toll on you. It's been a very long time. Now, I know there are a lot of perspectives we could take on this. Some people will say, well, there's no way that this could affect change. If you look back in the 1960s, it did. After about a week, we got the Civil Rights Act in 1968. It does bring about change. Now, the concern is, in that, it brings about the continued cycle of hurt and pain, too. Because when certain parts of it aren't peaceful, the message is lost, people are hurt, and it starts all over again. I mean, I've seen the protesters attacked and they were on their knees. I don't know how much more harmless you get. I've seen the brutality in New York happening. I know there's martial law in LA now. That's what pains me, because now the right to peacefully assemble is taken away when you have a curfew. Now you don't even have your right. Now your voice is stifled even more because of what's occurring. But everybody's frustrated. Everybody's tired. It's expressed in different ways. Now, I can understand how it's expressed. It doesn't mean that I would take on that. And yes, there have been, you can look through history, white people have looted, they've decimated, they've destroyed, they've lit fire on things, they've burned cities down. The contract with black people has not been upheld by society. Society as a whole, we have contracts with each other. It hasn't really been upheld with us. I understand that. But I think Obama did touch on it, whether you like him or not, when it comes to politics. I really don't care right now. A lot of times you are trying to live better than those that are treating you wrongly. You're doing your best to still act out of love and not out of hate. That is simply my approach, because listen, based on what you believe, for what I believe, I still have to answer to God for my actions. I still have to answer to him for everything that I chose to do. And I still want to keep my humanity intact. even when it's tested to its greatest resolve. I do understand when people are at that point, though, they don't care anymore. I get it. But perpetuating the cycle of hurt, it adds more to the fire. And it takes away. I want people's voices to be heard. But yes, the Targets, the bigger stores, the bigger retailers, they will recover. They have the money, they have the profit share, they have the profit margin. Smaller businesses won't. I mean, I'll just rattle off a few. Politics, P-Town Kicks, Trusted Kicks, Boneyard Chicago, Flight Club, Free Hype Shop, Shoe Mountain, Undefeated. Even Best Laces Out, they were targeted as well. It does hurt me to see somebody's life's work, because I can be in pain. I won't be healed by causing another man pain. I know that I won't. I can understand why in frustration and rage people are just making the noise. But I'll end this part with saying this. Understand how the game of change is played, how power is handled. It's in two things. It's in money and it's in office. With money and true leaders in office is how you can affect that change. Casting a vote, overthrowing a brick can change history forever. I think it truly can. I think getting out, voting. First off, if you're throwing a brick, I do hope you're registered to vote, because your voice needs to be heard everywhere, not just a loud crash. Make a crash at the polls too. Understand where those politicians stand. What is their black agenda? Understand what their tolerance is. Understand their history. And then maybe we can start to see change that actually takes place with laws, with precedents, with zero tolerance. Because there should have been zero tolerance for the officer who killed George Floyd. There should have been zero tolerance for that. He should have never, once again, the protest wouldn't need to happen if racism wasn't actually still happening. George Floyd would not have been killed if this officer probably wasn't even still on the force, because he had no business still being on the force. I'm urging you again, try to give people the same grace that you want, but please be safe, whatever it is you're doing right now. And I will still stand by this. Your voice can be heard. It can be magnified as well at the voting poll. More than possibly in a shirt or shoes that you took. I know that things have been taken from us as black people, but I want us to, I don't want to become what's been so terrible to us. I know that is hard to not do when you're fed the F up. I know it's hard. But please, if you are not registered to vote, I urge you, register and vote. Because I think that's where we can have a lot of impact.
I surround my soul with the positivity. That's why I don't worry about the things that I don't see. Yeah. These days I don't worry about much. I think we should have some more fun. I still dream about the days when we were young.
All right, let's look at here. Let's look at what we got here. All right, so we see the bag, right? Best Laces Out. Excuse some of that address being torn off. It came from the tape on the box, but this is in Fayetteville, North Carolina. You guys know I root for the Tar Heels secondary to my Wolverines. So we're just gonna go ahead and we're gonna peek inside what's inside here so you guys can finally see what I got. Again, my very first real hype beast pickup. I'll say that. So it is a Supreme shirt, guys. It is a Supreme shirt. Oh, dude, this is a nice weight shirt. I'm loving it. Okay, so I should probably turn it around so you can see it. Okay, so here we have it, guys, a Supreme shirt. Now, you're probably thinking, TJ, I thought you said you were little. I am little, so why'd you go with a large? Well, sometimes you just want things that you want. And this looks like it runs a little bit smaller than a large. I won't lie, like I've seen men's large t-shirts, and this looks like it runs a little bit smaller than a large. But listen, best laces out. If you are looking to buy those hype beasts, those streetwear brands that you really want, whether it's Supreme, whether it's Antisocial Club, whether it's Bape, he gets in all of those items in a variety of sizes from small all the way up to extra small. I think I've even seen some 2XLs, and they have kicks too. So for me, we understand how important it is to support each other in this community. If you're able to support a privately owned small business, a sneaker boutique, do that, especially during these times more than ever. When the health crisis hit, that's what we should have been doing in the first place, making sure to help those, because very often they're the ones that are giving back to the community, that are helping the community. And I know Joe does that. I know there are stories of that, of him doing that within the Fayetteville, North Carolina area. So please just do what you can to help those businesses out. Now, right now, again, I did list Best Laces Out as one of those unfortunate small sneaker boutiques. They were hit, and they are taking a little break right now to recover. But as soon as they are open and available, guys, I urge you, take a look around and shop. Now, he will post all of the items that he has on his Instagram, and you can hit him up and you can purchase them that way. So this is the Supreme striped shirt. It's got the actual stitching here with all of the individual letters. I absolutely love this shirt. Now, I wanted a striped shirt for a while because it is one of those classic shirts to have in your closet. I thought about getting a Jordan brand one because we have one at Kids Foot Locker, but when I saw this, absolutely had to have it. Now, the fact that it's a bread colored shirt, you guys know I had to just, okay, so how am I going to style this? I know you guys are curious. I'll do a lot of pictures and things later on, so make sure to follow me at talks.with.tj. Please make sure to follow their page as well at Best Laces Out. So I decided to style this. I kept it true to all three retros, or three very important retros, all right? So that would be the Carmine 6, the Concord 11. You guys know that's the one that got me started, got me hooked on sneakers for life. And then none other than the Air Jordan 5 Fire Red. To me, still the best shoe of May. Even though I doubled up on the Flints, I still think that Fire Red 5 was the best shoe of May that came out. So again, you can use those same staple pants. You guys have seen these on my channel all the time to style with this shirt. Now, the fact that it's striped, it means there's a lot going on already. You don't have to have a whole lot else going on with your outfit. At least I believe that, to play off of the red and white, of course, with the actual Supreme letters. The Carmine 6, I think, works perfect. We know that that's coming out next year. I am doubling up on that. I just need you all to know that. I'm doubling up on that. But the Carmine 6s paired with this, and then I had to go with my tried and true because it is a black and white striped shirt, so I did go with the Concord 11. How can you not? And then finally the Air Jordan 5 Fire Red. I mean, I think that creates a fire outfit. That is being a little cliche, pun intended. I don't care. Love it. So that's how I chose to style my very first real hype beast pickup item, which is a Supreme shirt. So you'll catch me in plenty of pics, don't you worry. I plan to make sure that all of those happen. Again, Best Laces Out. If you guys are not following them, please do. I'll make sure to link them below. They are temporarily closed right now. Again, they are recovering, but they will bounce back. They will come back strong. I believe we can have those difficult conversations. We can start making some real change, okay? I think that's going to be on all of us. It has to happen. There is no excuse. It has to happen no matter what. Thank you again so much for watching this. As always, act your age, not your shoe size. Thank you again, Best Laces Out, for the Supreme shirt. I feel like a real hype beast now. Peace out.